Hey guys, Tommy here, the Tommy board with a look at the first generation iPad mini. Now it looks like this iPad mini was preloaded with iOS 6. I bought this on Amazon from a reseller. This only cost $189 because it is the first generation, and as we see, this is the 16 gig version. So let's open up the package and see what we get. Now, before we get to the iPad mini, I did order the smart cover from that reseller as well, so I will do this in a later video. So here's the iPad mini. Let's flip it out of its box if we could. It looks pretty nice. Looks like it's got that slate color. Apple has replaced it with space gray. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Now that thing that fell out, that was the USB wall adapter that ships with iPhone. This is actually kind of interesting. Never seen this like on a tablet this size. Looks like we have our literature here. Now the lightning connector is missing, but I do have it. I have opened this already, so that's why. Here's the literature. I guess we could go through it. So we have iPad mini user's guide, iPad mini info, as well as some Apple stickers. Okay, so let's set that all aside and focus on the iPad mini itself. So here's the iPad mini. Now, like I said, this looks like it's the slate color that was launched back in 2012. Apple has replaced it with space gray. So we have our 5 megapixel autofocusing camera. There's no LED flash in this case, like you get with the iPod Touch 5th generation and all kinds of other things. I will do an unboxing of the iPod Touch 5th generation in a later video. I'll see. Maybe if I buy it. Maybe. Anyway, getting back to the iPad mini. We have our sleep wake button up here. See if I can get it to reflect. There we go. We have our one only microphone, and that's the headphone jack. We have our rotation or mute buttons, however you have that configured. We have our volume controls, and these buttons are all metal, by the way, instead of plastic like the full-size iPads. So here we have the iPad font here, the Apple logo. Now on the side, we have this is nothing side, but if you notice, we have this sort of. Let me rest this down here. We have this sort of kind of chamfered edge shining. We have this kind of sort of chamfered edge, if I could bring it towards the light. So, looks like there it is, and it goes all the way around. All the way around the display. Looks like there's a lot of fingerprints from the first user. So here we have our home button. You look at here, we have the lightning connector. Hold on. We have the lightning connector and the stereo speakers. Now on the front, we have a 1.2 megapixel camera, which is good for 720p video. And we have this 7.9 inch display, which is good for 4:3 video. So let's turn this thing on for the first time to take a look. Press the sleep wake button. Whoops. Sorry. And there we go. Oh, it's scratched up already. Looks like this is predated with iOS 7, looks like. Well, so let's see what happens. Oh, let's put that back up. Yep, this is definitely with iOS 7. So let's go ahead and set it up. English. We're in the United States. I'm going to connect to my network. I don't want to show my password, so I'm going to put that down for a sec and type it in. Okay, it's logging in. There we go. Looks like when the user had this iPad, looks like they erased it, and the activation lock. How am I gonna do this? This iPad was lost and erased. Sign in with the Apple ID that was obviously used. Now, they did write their Apple ID and their password, but I don't want to show that, and I certainly don't think they don't want me to post it on the internet. So they only gave me that. So let me go ahead and type it in really quickly. I don't want to post it on the internet, so let me go very quickly. Okay, the password. Okay, I typed it in and it accepted. We're going to enable location services. I'm going to set up as a new iPad now. Of course, if you have an iCloud backup, I don't have an iCloud backup, but if you did, you could back up your content from iCloud. Or if you have a Mac and you have iTunes, you could restore all your data back from iTunes. But I'm going to set this up as a new iPad now, so we can take a look. I'll sign in with my Apple ID. Okay, sign in with my Apple ID. I just gotta agree to the terms and conditions. Now it's asking if it wants to use iCloud. I'm gonna say don't use because this is actually my first device, so I'm using my Nikon D5100, which can record in 1080p. So I want to say don't use iCloud. Don't want to create a passcode. Yes, I want to use Siri. No, I don't want to send diagnostic. And let's say welcome to iPad. So let's get started. So it looks like this is with iOS 7. So it looks like the previous older had iOS 7 on it. So let me put this on a stand here. Oops. Already, one sec here. So there we go. We have our first generation iPad mini with iOS 7. So I've connected to my Wi-Fi network and we're on the icon page and looks like let's see what version of iOS 7 this is. Let's see. We want to go to let's see, general, about, we want to see. Looks like this version is 7.1.1, so that's the latest version of iOS 7. So this is a quick unboxing of the iPad mini, first generation, and as I promised, I will do the iPad mini smart cover in a later video. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Peace.